Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. This is not a prediction video. This isn't even necessarily about the players that play for these teams today. I'm just going to talk about my favorite college football teams, talk briefly about each team, their play style normally, and why I love these teams. First off, college football is it's one of the best sports in the world. Let's be honest about that. It's entertaining. There's always some kind of healthy drama, not with back and forth so much. I mean, sometimes it's good with Jimbo and Nick Saban, but there's always about playoff implications, being undefeated, trying to be in the top 10. Maybe one team doesn't feel respected as they should be feeling. You know what I mean? But let me start with my first love. Since 2012, Florida State. I like Florida State because they've always had really physical defenses, very talented players, so they're fun to watch. I like that tomahawk chop. Whoa, always entertaining with the Chief Osceola thing. I always thought that was pretty cool. And Doak Campbell, when it's loaded with fans, it's a really good It's a really good atmosphere, especially with college game days there, and Florida State's hosting a big-time team playing them. I just thought it was pretty cool, so that's why I like Florida State. I guess it's more about the culture and the tradition than it is about their play style, but I'm just trying to see how that makes sense. Now let me move on to the Big 12. I like Texas. A very similar reason. They have a really cool atmosphere. I like that burnt orange. It's very, very beautiful orange to me. I like the hook 'em horns thing, like the bull. Dun 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 dun. The little Texas logo. I think this is pretty cool. The hook 'em horns. I like to say hook 'em horns. And I just like the atmosphere, especially with the cowboy hat thing that goes on at Texas sometimes. So I don't know. I just like the atmosphere. The fight song's pretty cool. Speaking of fight songs, I like Auburn from the SEC. Do I have Auburn's shirt anywhere nearby? I do. I like Auburn. Auburn's another example of real hard-nosed physical defenses, physical football. Like to run the ball down your throat. I like the little AU logo, War Eagle. I like that, even though they're supposed to be the Tigers. I just thought it was pretty catchy. It's pretty cool. They have a nice stadium, too. Now, it's not as pretty as Texas or even Doak Campbell's Jordan Hare. That doesn't sound as cool, but I like how fans get really excited when they host big teams like Alabama, sometimes beat those guys. So when Auburn's a really good football team, they're always hard-nosed. They give anybody problems. They don't always win those games, which I wish they would, but it's always respectable, and any team, a top team, would go there and say, well, if Auburn's a good team, this is going to be a really hard atmosphere. We got to play our best. And that's pretty cool to see. I just like the atmosphere. Speaking of hard-nosed, Michigan from the Big Ten. I love watching Michigan play. I've come out and said more about being a fan, not just because of their runs from 2021, but I can relate to that in my personal life with Jim Harbaugh. I guess you could say I'm more of a Harbaugh fan than I would be Michigan, because he was talked about being fired. They cut his pay. They changed his contract. Nobody respected him. And he comes out and whoops his rivalry back-to-back playoff appearances, Big Ten championship back-to-back. Very successful. So in my personal life, I can relate to that. Nobody thought I'd take college seriously. Nobody thought anything of me. Now I'm in the top of my class, or near the top of my class, about to get a 4-year degree. So I think that's pretty cool. I like Michigan's fight song too. I like the fourth down song. Da, 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 da. It's pretty cool, They have a really good song in the big house. That's pretty cool. It's like going to prison. Nobody wants to go to prison, so no big team wants to go to the big house and mess around with Michigan. So that's pretty cool. Who else do I like and why? I like Notre Dame. I know they hate Michigan, but Michigan, again, smash mouth, hard-nosed defense. Run the ball down your throat. Now, they have Sam Hartman, so that might change a little bit offensively. But, da, 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 da. I like the fight song for Notre Dame. And in Big Bend, that's a pretty cool atmosphere. I like how the seniors throw marshmallows and do all the other cool stuff. Their touchdown song's pretty legit. I just like the atmosphere, There's just something about those football teams. And who else do I like from the Pac-12? Oregon! Where's my Oregon shirt? I didn't pull out my Notre Dame shirt, but that thing is dirty. Or the Michigan shirt. Oregon. I just like this green. It's pretty cool. They have a really nice stadium. I've always respected Oregon since they had Marcus Mariota. Real speedy, real fast. If you want to see some really fast football, watch these guys right here. They got a lot of fast players, a lot of talent down there, up there, excuse me, in Eugene. So, am I missing anybody? I don't want to forget anybody. I mean, I like college football in general, but those are my favorite teams and why I like those teams. So, I mean, some of us only have one football team we like, but think about it. If your team sucks, for example, let's say Florida State sucks like they used to at one point. Well, I got Texas over here. I like them. I like Auburn. They're going to a bowl. They're doing something. Heck, Michigan's in the playoffs, so I have plenty of reason to keep up with football. And anytime you watch Notre Dame play, it's always pretty cool, I guess. So that's why I like so many teams. That's why, again, I'm a college football fan in general. I'm just trying to make this make sense because I've had so many of y'all come to my channel and say, man, you don't even have a favorite team. You're just a bandwagon. Right now, Auburn sucks. Right now. So, I'm not a bandwagon. Wagon. I'm trying to say wagon. Fan. All right? So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Did I forget anybody? Florida State, Michigan, Auburn, Oregon, Texas, Notre Dame for independent. Oh, I guess Houston. I like the little run that they had with Tom Herman there. So, they're pretty good too. I like watching them. They're a pretty good football team.